Hey everyone, Vintage Fan Collector here. What you're looking at is a 2001 Emerson Crown in antique brass. I believe these are mahogany blades. I'm not 100% sure. I'd probably have to go back to my catalog to look. But I just got this over the weekend on Saturday along with that Concord Madison I already installed. And we are in my grandma's room at my new house. I've always wanted a crown. It's been very hard for me to obtain one, unfortunately, but I'm glad I have one. It's also in a finish I can see myself genuinely using, since they did offer this fan in a lot of weird finishes that I don't think I would ever use. This, of course, has the uplight. Let's go ahead and show that. So the way that my friend's dad wired this, because he worked at the showroom that I worked at for obviously longer than I've been alive, and he's the reason I got that job. So he wired it to where the first pull on this chain is the uplight, second is the downlight, which I chose some very nice early 80s milk glass since my grandma likes stuff like that, plus just fits the fan. And then the third pull is both. And there are separate switches anyways, so that works. So I think it looks really good. And we'll go ahead and turn that off and start off with the fan on low. I decided to do all 5 blades, even though I totally like these with 4 blades. In fact, I think they look a little better that way because of the ornateness. But I figured why not put all 5, because I guess I've created a theme in this house of 5 blades in the bedrooms and 4 blades in the main area. So that's just what's happened, and yeah. So this has the Emerson K55, not the XL. That came out in 2005. I think at this point this fan is still an American-made fan, I believe. Emerson didn't write as much on their fans as Casa did, so it doesn't really say. But I believe the K55 XL was when they switched over to Taiwanese or Chinese production. So, looks great, it runs great, the bearings are still good, blades are in good shape. These are actually the veneer Emerson blades, because I do have a pair of set of reversible contact paper style blades from Emerson that were made for the Premium or the Crown. But thankfully these are real veneer. All the finishes I have are lighter for the brushed nickel Premium I have, so I don't think they would look as good. This just works really well. Okay, here is medium. I did have to use a craft-made down rod from my AB CXL, because this had like a 18-inch down rod or 12 or 24-inch, one of the two. And obviously that's not going to work in here. So until I can get a proper antique brass Emerson down rod, this will have to do. It is a little higher up than it would normally be if it were an Emerson down rod, but it's higher up than the fan that was in here before, so that's good. I know this room is kind of small, so it could have a smaller fan, but I really wanted to install this somewhere, and I've already got a dual Zephyr install and the Lady Delta, so that's out of the question. And I already put my dad's fan up, and I've already got mine up, so this is where it went. And I think this is a fitting spot because Grandma really likes ornate stuff like this. It was a tie, or a 3-way tie between, or a 4-way I should say, between this, my Art Nouveau, Victorian, or my Presidential 2 that I have from Craft Made. So all are good fans, but I've never had the chance to install a crown because I've never had one, so this had to go up immediately. Here's high speed. This does have a 16-degree or a 15-degree blade pitch. I don't exactly remember which. So it does throw a good amount of air, and it goes about 200 RPM as expected. It does have a slight wobble, which is fine. No big deal there. It's nothing crazy. I just love the way it looks with this glass. This is just gorgeous. Let me focus in on that for you. Look at that. Now, I've used this glass before, but it was so long ago, and I don't think I put it on a fan since then. I had this glassware on my 1982 Victorian antique brass and antique white one that I have, and I had that in my bedroom for a bit when I was younger, and I believe that Slumber Quiet actually still works for right now. I want to make a remake video of that fan and a lot of others that I didn't have a high enough quality video of, and I had a higher pitched voice or whatever, just to get them on a better, or just to have them documented better, I should say. So yeah, this thing works great, looks great, super happy to have it. Didn't even have to pay anything for it, so I'm even happier about that. All I had to do was just balance the replacement fan for this fan that was in the living room, and I did that pretty quickly, and then boom, I got 2 fans out of it. I'll be getting a 3rd fan, which will be cool, but they have to take it down first. It's a Airwin Architect Deluxe with a 188 by 15 millimeter motor, and yeah, I like those because it's another fan I could totally see myself using. Forgot that Airwin actually had a lot of high quality, at least big motors anyways, for a long time, so they're worth collecting, I think, but I just don't see them that often, despite the fact that they were a local company to here. Yeah, this is really nice. I can't remember, I guess the Crown before this kind of had the D-shape sort of brackets, and then they changed them again, I think, when they went to the Blade Select series. I would love to find the original Crown with the Alaska brackets, basically, because I think they sort of used Alaska for some of their housing stuff. I'd like to find one of those. It would complement my Emerson estate and my old premium very well. But yeah, this came out really nice. This means that the only 3 fans I've got left to install are the 2 in the garage, and then the 1 in the backyard, the back porch. So I don't know if you can hear, but there is a thunderstorm going on right now, so definitely not going to go do the outdoor fan right now, but I could knock out at least one of the garage fans right now. I think I'm going to do, or maybe later. Gotta do some stuff, because I'm just really tired of not having a light there, and I need to go get mounting brackets for the fluorescent lights because they're really old to put in. So in the meantime, I'll do that. But anyways, that's really it. I'll put up a video later on with 4 blades, probably once we move out, or if I ever change this fan out, I'll move it into the test rig and make a video of it with 4 blades, but I think it's going to stay with 5 for now. Which I know some of y'all are going to be like, yay, woohoo! Which might make me put it with 4 blades, because I kind of like making y'all mad, honestly. It is kind of funny that people get bent out of shape over how many blades are on a ceiling fan that they don't own and may not ever see in person. But, you know, that is the way the internet works, so I find it funny. So, anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed, and thanks again for watching. I'm really happy to have one of these finally, and now I hope I can find one in polished brass. If I could, that would be incredible. White and brass would also be cool, because, again, that's something I would totally use. But I have some ideas for this in the future, for sure, and I might even see if maybe my grandparents would ever be interested in this being installed at their house. My mom's parents, I should say, because my dad's mom lives with us. This is her room. So anyways, thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I will get as many videos as I can out, and until next time, peace.